Good morning, YouTube. ZiggyNo back. This is 12 minutes with Ziggy. That's right, 12 minutes with Ziggy. That's my goal, to keep this short and sweet and go over a few things this morning. I am live. I'm going to try to do these lives every day. We'll see how that goes. I drove down this morning for some basketball games with my son. Today's super excited. So wanted to get this quick hobby update out. Shout out to all friends, all my subscribers, and my haters. Continue to lose subscribers, it seems like. So I must be making somebody unhappy. In hobby news, one thing I thought that was really cool, or saw that was really cool this week on Go GTS, they had an interview with Michael Strahan and Tom Brady going over the multi-million-dollar rookie card. And Tom makes a comment. It's super funny. He's like, I was hungry when I came out of college. I wanted a job. And my agent came to me and said, hey, we'll give you 20 cents for each of these autographs. And I'm like, great. How many can I sign? Let's make some money. That was just flooring. Because again, that 20 cent, you already said 20 cent autograph from what 2001 is now worth $2 million. You tell me the multiplier on that. What also I think it shares with you is some of the insight in how Panini gets these autographs, right? So a seventh rounder like Brady, yeah, you're going to get him dirt cheap. I'm sure a first rounder, you pay a little bit more, but my point is they're not paying a lot for these autographs, but they are paying. Autographs are an asset to the manufacturers, and that's when they put it in products, it adds more value. When they don't put it in products, it doesn't cost them anything to print parallels and number cards. So think about that. You want them to make autographs and sign autographs, and you want the athletes to get paid. So pretty cool story. What else did I want to touch on? I guess the other big hobby news lately has been retail, right? Love it or hate it, Target's been doing the retail on Friday mornings. Walmart's dropping as they can. There's just so much going on with the, Select football is out. That made it out, apparently only in the Midwest. That's one thing I think drives me crazy about retail is retail's not a consistent everybody drop, right? Where hobby's a drop day, everybody knows it. Retail is kind of a range. And then some stores get some and some don't. And even your same town, one store will get it and the other won't. It just kind of drives you crazy. But I do want to talk about retail. And one thing, if you followed me on my channel, I try to, do it and share it and talk about it. And I try not to be too negative about things. And I continue to see a lot of people hating on the retail people. I saw a video this morning of a YouTube channel who was showing a clip of a guy who posted, he came out to Target and had a sign that said, what was it? The devil hates flippers and God hates the flippers or something like that. I don't know. But when I watched it, and he was kind of, joking at these flippers and what they're doing in the hobby and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, why are you even promoting this? Why are you showing this? Like, it bothers me. It really bothers me. If you are upset about flippers, if you're upset about breakers, if you're upset about things that cost money, you're just jealous. You're envious, right? Everybody's hustling. It's a free market, and the market's determined that they're going to sell these at these retail stores, and people have the right to do what they can to get those products. So why would you call someone a flippers the devil? Also, I thought it was interesting that same channel, what it does is it talks about investing and flipping cards. So I think it's hypocritical for you to, attack flippers, retail box flippers, when you're doing it by cards. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And maybe it was just misunderstood. But I say that because I've seen a lot of this negative stuff. Oh, flippers are terrible people. Who do these people have no life? They're waiting there all night. They got no job. Look, I waited there for 8 hours of the day. I got a job. I like doing it. I'll tell you, one of the main reasons I really like doing the retail stuff is I like to meet people. I like to hear their stories. Let me just kind of share with you real quickly a little bit more on my retail experience that night. When I got there to the retail store at Target, I came in around 3, and there were 2 people there before me who had been there all night. They got there like 11 and 12. We chatted. The 3 of us agreed, hey, who was first, second, and third? That was fine. 4th guy comes, 5th guy comes. All of us are fine. We're great about it. By like 7:30, there was one guy who came, and I'd seen him before. He'd been there a few weeks ago. We were all chatty, and everybody's sharing names and telling stories. And I'll say that you get a lot of great stories. In fact, one great story I'll tell you is that there's a lot of sealed retail products just sitting around. People are hoarding it. It's not just the flippers, guys. 2 of the guys I met are basically they're hoarders. They're collecting hoarders. They collect. They can't sell. They don't know how to sell. And they don't know how to. They love it. And they also they're addicted to it. So they just rip and keep and they give stuff away. Anyway. So about 7 o'clock, one of the guys gets to the front of the store. He's standing at the front of the door, and he's clearly not like in the first 5. When the door opened, he went to be like first. I'm like, dude, aren't we going to keep in our order, our number here? He goes, oh, I didn't know. What number am I? I'm like, well, I'm number 3. I think you're like number 7 or 8. You'd be back here. And he slowly moved back. But it made me again think, I think part of it is there's a lot of confrontations. People don't want to be confrontational. I think, again, if you treat people the way you want to be treated, that's the best thing. In fact, I'll say this over and over, even back to the comment there with the guy making fun of the flippers. Dude, that's the golden rule. Treat people the way you want to be treated. In fact, you want to change the flippers, you want to change this hobby, make it better, then stop profiting off of it. Okay? And I mean gorging people on profit. Right? If you get a card for $10 and you can sell it for $11, that's a great profit. But when you sell it for $500 and you're bragging about it, you're no different than the flippers, guys. Okay? And again, I really don't care. I'm not here to lecture you on what you do. In fact, that's one thing I want to kind of stick with is you do you. You do you, boo, as Texas Card Dude would say. But I will defend, if you're going to come out and attack people and call them names and you know, the devil hates flippers and so I'm going to call you a piece of shit. Okay? Because, again, you don't understand it. If you're not hustling it, you don't understand it. Now, there are bad people in every aspect of this hobby, dude. There are bad breakers. There are just corrupt, shitty, scheming, slimy breakers. There are crappy, slimy, cheap, evil content providers. I mean, there's just shade across every layer of this hobby. But we can't go on poking at every piece of shade as if we don't live in our own glass houses. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is I've sold cards for profit. I've sold cards for free. Let me finish my story the other day with the Target. So when we all got in there, first 2 guys were able to both get, there was 4 boxes of Prism. You could get 3 max, and the 2 guys decided to split it. They each got 2. I was number 3. I didn't. And I even said to them, look, guys, you guys were here all night. You take the Prism. I said that to them because I do feel like they deserved it. Now, I didn't get any Prism. I got Donruss and some other stuff. Anyway, there was a long line by the time the store opened, probably 20-something people. There was actually some moms, some kids. I would say a majority of the people coming are actually Pokemon people. I know I'm saying Pokemon because that's just the way I like to say it. At the end, there was one mom. I saw her walk out, and you could tell she was disappointed. Her child was upset. She had a young kid, I think like 8 or 9. And some of the other guys and I saw her. And long story short, we went over. We talked to her. I actually gave her a Pokemon box I had. I brought some Pokemon boxes to trade with some friends. I didn't buy one that day, but I just gave her one. I don't know what it was. I think it was like a $20 or $30 box or something like that. And another guy sold her one of those boxes at cost, right? And we all talked about it. And the guy said, you know, we're not here to take it from the kids. We're here because we like it ourselves. And we're trying to actually, you know, make sure it gets to the right people. I think everybody is that way in some way. I think even the darkest flipper, you know, probably has a soft spot for a kid. So again, let's think about other people before we, you know, throw insults and attacks. Looking here at my notes. So again, my retail update, I love what Target is doing. I applaud it. Looking forward to next week. Select is coming out. You're going to see a lot more activity. I think it's going to ramp up. But I do think if they stick with this system, it will work long term. I did see a comment earlier where somebody said on Thursdays for kids. I can't see them doing that because they're not going to want people to stand around all day. And that's what would happen. People would stand around all day. And they want you out. They want you out in the morning. So they're going to do it in the morning. I don't think they're going to do it on a weekend morning because the weekends are important. So it is what it is. So let me just say this again. Be the difference, man. Make a change. Treat people the way you want to be treated. If you find retail, hook your friend up at cost. Hook a kid up at cost. Give something away. Give back. Karma is a wonderful thing. And for those of you hating in the hobby, well, I hope your brakes are skunked. I hope your corners are dinged. And I hope you get what's coming to you. Okay? Stop hating, man. Start loving. And I know I do some hating myself, but again, it's directed, in my opinion, the right way. So we can talk more later. Real quickly, 2 things I want to talk on. One is a new channel I came across, and it's new to me, Sports Card Radio. They're on YouTube. They've been on YouTube for a while, but it looks like they just started putting their content. They're clearly a very large, long-term podcast, I think 15 years or 13 years. And I listened to a really good video yesterday, a video I say that they put it on YouTube. And I'm a YouTube consumer. I prefer YouTube over podcast. I just don't do podcasts. I don't know why. Too many other things going on in my life. And they brought up a really good comment about all the YouTube content providers. I know most of them haven't been through a down market. And I've said that since the beginning. They also made some comments about how people need to share more about what they're doing as they just brag about buy this, sell this. Absolutely agree with you on that too. There are several channels, and again, I'm not going to call them out, who are just pump and dump channels. Okay. And they're also just ignorant because they don't have the experience and knowledge. They don't know what they're talking about. They just basically are winging it. They're entertaining. They got good production, but that's just the way it is, right? There's some other great channels in the hobby, I think, that explore, that learn, that share, that educate. I'll give you an example of two channels that I think do a very good job that people would, would argue they're new, and are they sharing all the facts? And that's Flipping Steve and Comeback Card Investor, which I watched live last night in their collaboration. Both guys are in it for the money. They'll tell you that, right? But they're also both good guys where they show you what they buy stuff at, and they show you what they sell it at, which I really appreciate. They're not pumping and dumping and telling you, go buy this car, without showing you that they bought it or why they're selling it or whatever. So I really, really like that. Now, again, I don't agree with all their strategies, what they do, but I love the fact they share what they're doing. So big shout out to both those channels. And to the other channels, guys, just, keep doing what you're doing, man. Plug away. But as I said before, be honest about why you're doing it. You're either doing it for influence, you're doing it for fame, or you're doing it for money. None of us are doing this for free. I'm here for influence. I've said that before, and I'll say it over again. I'm not here to charge you or make a profit or a dime off of you. Last thing I'm going to talk about before I close up my 12 minutes, I got 1 minute left, is NFTs. And I'm putting together a video, probably going to drop tomorrow, comparing Wax to Flow. Now, I saw a tweet earlier where I think the CEO of Dapper came out and attacked Topps and calling them, I think, basically lazy for using static images instead of videos. Well, here's food for thought, Dapper, specifically you, CEO. I think it's extremely arrogant of you to say that, and pretty poopy. When you look at what you've designed, and I'll talk more about this in my video, you've created the intranet. It's a proprietary closed blockchain system specifically for your products. That's why I call it intranet. Wax is on the internet. It works with other tokens, other blockchain, other products, license. I can trade a garbage pail kid with a Topps. I can't trade crap with your moments, man. Your moments are stuck on a proprietary chain. So maybe you should look at your own house before you start poking at other people. And the last comment I'll say in my last few seconds, NFTs were designed for art, okay? A sports card designed by a manufacturer is more artistic to me than you taking a recording off of ESPN and calling that a moment. There's absolutely no art in the moment. No art at all, okay? I'll also say, when you go to show your artwork, how are you going to show that? I can show all my NFTs, my static NFTs on my wallet today. So I'll leave that. That's on my 12 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We will be back tomorrow with another video in the morning. Maybe 12, maybe 20, maybe 2 minutes with Ziggy, but we're going to keep doing that. And we'll have some more content coming out on NFTs, more content coming out on retail, more content coming out on new products. If there's anything you'd like to see, let me know. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy. And thanks for stopping by. And hey, if you want to, subscribe. And if not,